Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. I worked at IRS for a decade. I've been in private practice for 4 decades. This August, I will be doing this 50 years. I worked about 10,000 cases. I'm a national expert in IRS tax resolution matters. I've been on national TV a lot. I have a great team of former IRS agents. You can look at us at 777irs.com. If you want to get a hold of us, you certainly may. Today I want to talk to you about Optima tax relief. The good, the bad, and just kind of know everything about it. And beside Optima, this speaks for really all the bigger tax resolution companies. Most of you searching on YouTube want to find out who's good really to resolve a lot of IRS debt and IRS problems. For me, I've been doing this for 50 years, so I kind of get to see everything at 30,000 feet, look at the marketing and what everyone does and understand how everything works. I have a very large Facebook following. I have around 4,000 tax professionals see me. Like I said, I've been in national television a lot, so when you first of all go on the internet and you see your ads, if you don't know, when you look on when you're searching something and the first four pop up, it'll say ads. If you don't know that, you can look. Every time you click on that, you cost that company maybe $20. I don't know what the spread is, and if you go to the bottom, you go ahead and you pay that company has to pay Google whatever it is, maybe $10 or $12, depending on where you are on the click of that day and what their budget is. So how this works is this for big companies, and especially Optima Tax Relief. They're big companies and they do a lot of advertising. I wouldn't be surprised if they spent between $150,000 to $200,000 a month in advertising, because they're all over the United States. Those ads cost a lot of money. Anytime you call a big tax company, the first person you're speaking to is a salesperson or a person that gathers the information. That person is not trained to work IRS cases. They don't have a license. They are basically trained salesmen reading scripts. Some of them are very good, but their job is to go ahead and value your case, to actually find out how much they can get from you and get in your pocket. There is no. Please make sure you understand it. I get so many calls on a given day because people have been ripped off by these companies. And that's not the part I'm getting to. This is not to downplay. There's a lot of good people who work at Optima and a lot of these big companies. But here's what you really have to know. When you are paying, when you call these big companies, you are paying for their advertising budget, you are paying for their company operational, and then lastly, you pay for the person who's working your case. Unfortunately, and the big problem you have dealing with any big company is the person who's working your case knows nothing about the intake of your case. And that's the big problem that you have in dealing with any big company, including like Optima or whoever else is on top. What you have to know is this, and I'm not putting any company down, I'm not doing this. However, what you need to look for is when you call a company, you have to call a company where you're going to speak to the person who's actually going to work your case, let them assess your case, and let that person tell you exactly how that case is going to end based on the information. So if you're calling these big companies and they're just taking certain information and they don't know how to work the cases, they've never called IRS before, they have no idea how resolution works or offers and compromise works, you're absolutely nuts giving them money. If you want to give your money to a firm, make sure you're speaking to a person that has a license to go ahead and talk to IRS based on the facts that you give them. So you only want to speak to an attorney or a CPA or an enrolled agent. Those are the only people licensed to go ahead and speak to IRS. Those are the only people that can give you a true evaluation. I have looked at over 10,000 cases, and this isn't so much a big plug for us, but to let you know, when you call our firm, you're speaking to a former IRS agent who really knows what the end strategy. So just understand, a lot of people have good success with those companies, the bigger companies. There's no question about that. But just remember, the person intaking your case is not closing your case. So the people who have problems with the big companies, that's where the gap is, and you need to kind of change your thinking and speak